Hi, I'm Omar, and this is Geek Rant. Now, if you have the internet, you probably heard the good news. That President Obama met with Chancellor Merkel to talk about the crisis in Ukraine. I'm just kidding. That Spider-Man is back with Marvel. This is huge. So big that they had to move Thor to November of 2017. Which sucks for him, because he wasn't gonna shave that month. With the internet abuzz about this news, I want to submit my 2 cents in this Geek Rant and say that the next Spider-Man has to be Miles Morales. Now I got your attention. Reason number 1, Peter is amazing. Did you get it? I said amazing. Now, I love Peter, or as Willem Dafoe pronounces it, Peter. Parker is a fantastic character. In a medium saturated with guns, violence, steroid-induced muscles, gravity-defying D-cups, Peter Parker said that it was cool to be you. He's just a dork who got bit by a spider, which, by the way, only works in comics. He's a story about resisting corruption, both from the outside and from the inside. Battling both injustice and his own guilt, Parker had to overcome his own fears to become a hero and serve the greater good. It's a beautiful tale and it deserves to be told. And guess what? It has been. Twice. And of course, a ton of cartoons. Peter Parker has been the star of 5 different movies about the everyman becoming a hero. And they're great. They're great. Instead of diluting the effect of those films and those Peter Parker stories by introducing more Peter Parker stories, why don't we just let those be the Peter Parker stories? The Parker films. Reason 2. Peter kinda sucks. Just kidding, that's not true. I just wanted to say something big so you wouldn't click away. But his stories are kinda problematic. Let's be completely honest, most of them revolve around a love interest falling off a bridge. At this point, he's got more dead girlfriends than Henry VIII. Every year, he sends out Valentines with a picture of a girl falling away from him and an arrow saying, "Your face here." Imagine if he'd been bitten by a radioactive Taylor Swift. Now, there is something incredibly classic about those stories. Parker's charm and wholesomeness and charisma come from the fact that he's got one foot still in the 50s. The 1850s, when men with mustaches used to tie up women to railroads. Except now, instead of men with mustaches, they're men with robotic arms. Or sand arms. Now, I love the good old days. In fact, I still use my Sports Illustrated swimsuit calendar from 1776. It becomes relevant every 11 years, guys. Look it up. But the whole damsel in distress thing isn't really Marvel's jam anymore. We could change Parker's MO, but that would just be a Miles Morales story that we're putting in Parker's skin. And the phrasing of that just sounds gross. Reason number 3, we could still get Peter. Miles Morales being Spider-Man doesn't mean that Peter Parker doesn't exist, it just means that Peter Parker isn't the active Spider-Man, which won't make it weird if Peter's played by someone else, or Gwen is played by someone else, or MJ, or JJJ, because that's how you do a reboot, folks. You don't start off with Hal Jordan, you start off with Kyle Rayner and introduce Hal Jordan as older Green Lantern. There's so many stories to pull from that premise. Flash fans know what I'm talking about. Anytime Jay shows up, we're like, what? Making Spider-Man Miles Morales doesn't change everything, it makes everything change make sense. Another reason is that it's gonna be Miles no matter what. Whether Spider-Man ends up being Peter Parker, Miles Morales, or Spider-Gwen, please let it be Spider-Gwen. They're going to be fulfilling the Miles Morales character. They're new in an established Marvel universe, and we would have to get used to a new person putting on the Spidey mask, even if it is a different Peter Parker. So instead of making Peter go through the Miles Morales story, let's just have Miles do it. And finally, if it's Miles, it means something, and that is that anyone can be Spider-Man. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about racial commentary here, although that is extremely important because of representation. I want Frogger to be played by a Caucasian character so we can finally prove that white men can jump. What I love about the Marvel MCU is that heroes are not chosen, they choose. Tony isn't necessarily born a great person, but he chooses to be. Steve signs up to be a hero despite the odds. Thor rejects his destiny to be a good man. Banner and Natasha have to put their past behind them in order to be good people. And Hawkeye, he's in the movies too. It shows that anyone can get a slice of that hero pie. By the way, how is that pie? So good. If Peter Parker passes on the mantle of Spider-Man to Miles Morales, it means that any of us could be Spider-Man. You, me, and not because we were just randomly bit, but because we choose to laugh in the face of fatalism. And that, for me, is what makes Spider-Man such a hero. Also, Miles Morales is just awesome. If you haven't read any of his stories, go pick them up. They are incredible. Even Andrew Garfield wants it to be Miles Morales. Which Spider-Man do you think it should be in the Marvel MCU? Go and leave your answers in the comments below. And clearly I love Spider-Man, but I also want to know, why do you love Spider-Man? What makes Spider-Man click for you? Leave those answers in the comments below as well. If you want more geeky things, subscribe to this channel. It'll be very much appreciated. And if you like this video, go ahead and like it. It makes me feel good to see that. You can check out more Two Broke Geek stuff on the social networks, Twitter, Facebook, and we are currently running a Valentine's Day Harley Quinn giveaway on the social networks, so definitely check those out. If you want to send us wall things, send us wall things. Wall slinging things. Sort of worked. Didn't quite work. Thank you so much for watching this video. Check back on Friday for a Hey That's on Netflix Instant Watch, and until then... And now, in case you need them, some Spider-Man Valentines. I was made for loving you. The more you get hurt, the more I want to clean your wounds. I'm not walking away. This is just how I handsome. I got you. A Valentine. I'm gobbling up those candy hearts. Hashtag compatible. Or alternatively, it's over. Want to kiss a total stranger? You guys like to party? Because I like to party. And finally, yes, I do swing that way. If you need any of those, they'll be on our Facebook. All right, see you Friday. Bye.